Oh, Paul, you're live, buddy.
Hey, hi, I'm Paul from G.I. Joeberg.
And I'm Steve from G.I. Joeberg.
Well done.
And it's just been Friday, the 22nd of June, 2018.
Viva la JoeCon. Tonight has been insane. Where should we start?
I think the most important elephant to get into the room and onto the couch is a gentleman named Cujo. Seen for the first time on camera.
So,
This guy.
hello gentlemen, day one, your thoughts?
Insane.
Yeah. Saw more people, saw way more toys. It all started with a parachute drop, actually.
There's been a bit of controversy online about it. People pushing adults around. Do you have any comments on the matter?
It was an interesting thing to observe. Like there was a hard line being towed by the organisers. You know, adults get back, children first.
Yeah, I think the organisers definitely try to push the safety angle and definitely did try to do their best that they could. But you know, when people want figures, they want figures. And the thing is, with a toy, it brings out the inner child in you, so sometimes you forget that you're a 80 kilogram, 100 kilogram man that really wants a figure. That's just landed on the floor in front of you. And times that by 50. I'm not saying everybody was 80 kilograms, okay? I'm just saying.
We don't have to oversell that drama. It was a successful drop now.
It was very cool, yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was cool to witness that live.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Having done a few paradrops myself, but nowhere near that kind of height, because I'm terrified about what it does to the action figure.
Although, but speaking of paradrops, we actually had a great brushing with paradrops. We saw the other side of the paradrop.
Hold on, before you get there.
Yeah, we're doing this chronologically, Paul.
Your impressions on the Python Viper? What were they doing with that? It was an intriguing figure. Did it deliver for you?
Are we in frame, tech support?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
The figure itself. Yes. You know the coolest thing about that figure? It is a, let me get this right, Python Patrol Paraviper Commander. I don't know, it's like a leader version, I think. Might be getting this wrong. But if you did get it paradropped, it's attached to a parachute, it's got a harness that attaches it to the parachute, and no other accessories. It doesn't have the boot knife, doesn't have the gun or the helmet. Smart move. But of course you're getting a figure with no accessories. But, and now people who are obviously veterans of conventions know this, I didn't know this, you go up to the Collectors Club desk and they hand you a baggie with, I think, file card, weapon, helmet, knife,
Oh, that's
all
really
the
cool.
other gear, yeah.
But like also to just add another cool positive spin to all of this, one of the guys with the parrot drop managed to get like two of them. Managed to pick up two of these figures, and one of the gentlemen we went out with tonight and had some beers with, it's also his first JoeCon, and they were talking, and that guy actually went, "Hey, like this is your first JoeCon, here you can have one of these figures." And in that regard, that was kind of cool. That's the kind of spirit that we believe is in this con. You know, this whole like, you know, we all big kids
We're all
sharing
Joe
our toys in the
friends
playground.
helping each other
Yeah.
out. Wonderful.
So that
Yeah.
was cool.
Let me not undersell that point.
Yeah.
Today's been a great day of just hanging out with people who, and this is the term that I love to use, everyone loves to use it because it fits so well, people who get it. Had we all grown up, you know, within spitting distance of each other, we would have all been best of friends. But we were all the kind of the diehards, the guys who really enjoyed it, and so our numbers thinned out. It's a big world, guys. So to have that kind of connection all of a sudden with otherwise perfect strangers, you know, it's an instant conversation starter.
Am I jumping too far ahead if I just jump to the hotel lobby tonight, or is there anything else going on between them?
We're kind of holding off on actual con coverage because the stories that surround the event, you know, on the outside of the convention floor are more intriguing at this point. But yeah, I think that's a perfect opportunity. Let's
Well,
do it.
we hit a coffee shop midday
Mm-hmm.
with just a spontaneous meetup, I think, with a couple gents. I don't know if they want their names dropped, but
the coffee shop was rhymes with guitar schnacks. So I mean, you know.
He's a real wordsmith, huh? Him and Word Burglar. Tight.
But the lobby was kind of a scene, far as Joe Who's Who, maybe. I don't know a lot of people's names, but I'll just say this: if you see me, recognize me. I'm doing sketches. Come up. That's what I'm here to get to know the people that are still hanging around at the end of this crazy run. And yeah, we'll get you on the record. Yeah, I don't know if there's any subplots, but yeah, reach out. I like it.
Something cool happened at that coffee shop today, though. A bunch of names on the internet became real faces and were smushed together and became friends today. As Steve was mentioning earlier about how if we were all, you know, all grew up together, diehards or whatever, would all be like best of friends now. So Cujo got to meet guys like JD Onizi for the first time.
Onesie.
JD Onesie, yep. And we got to meet Dan Szymanski properly. We got to, I mean, just to name a few. And then we all just sat down and we enjoyed some cold schnapper, rapper, wapper, chino thingies, whatever. I don't drink coffee. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, that was really great. And some sketches were done by Cujo and. It was just
By the
really
way,
cool.
friends and fans of G.I. Joeberg, that was, you know, Cujo, the enigmatic fourth member of our podcast, who until today we had never had any kind of physical contact with.
So that happened.
So he's not a fake person. He's a real person. He's not a bot or an AI. He's a real person. I'm looking at him right now.
Not just an enigma wrapped in a mystery, shrouded in secrecy.
At long last, G.I. Joeberg is complete.
We also got sidetracked.
Let's sidetrack. Rob, how are we doing, man? Is anyone out there?
Well, one person, messed up one, says, "What's up, Cujo? I'm up in Rancho Cucamonga, bro."
Did you get that name right?
Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga.
I'm pronouncing it as it's written. And Snow of Subs says it's his birthday in 6 days.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday in 6 days. What would you like from G.I. Joeberg? Another web series, perhaps?
Hands and kisses.
Oh, Johnson.
Coach, we're not done with you yet, man. Do you want to bring on a special guest?
Sure. Rancho Cucamonga in the house. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we crossed paths with.
JD Onizi, JD Onesie.
I'm gonna call him JD. That's his code name. Dude built this. No small feat. It's a likeness of a pseudo character that I rep. Yeah, he's a real one. He got a sketch. As should you. I'm done being in front of the camera.
Well, wait. One last thing from Messed Up Wine. He says, "Cujo, love your numerology and rabbit hole discussions in the podcast."
Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, no, throw what you got at me. people are figuring out the world. It's time. Hit me up. Twitter.
Although Johnson from Wisconsin reckons the real Cujo hired some guy.
Hides who? Hides
He
what?
hired a guy. ...
This might not be the real Cujo.
No, I covered a political convention recently that a real important judge out west called Jerry Gray. Is that right? He says do everything on the record. So if I'm gonna make a statement, I gotta be real.
But let's not get sidetracked.
Yep.
So today, aside from all of the cool, like meeting everybody and seeing everybody and just sort of generally being recognized. And I know it's kind of an odd thing. For us, it's very strange when somebody shouts, "Hey, Joeberg!" And that's crazy. And you know, I always look around for Steven because I think they're referring to him, and sometimes they're referring to me, and it's been magical. You know, walking out, there's a whole bunch of stuff in your arms. This morning we had to go and set up our entry for the customs competition, which was lovingly crafted by Jim Godfrey. The man is insane. And we've got a very beautiful custom up there in the customizers hall, in the custom hall. Please go and check him out. It's a very cool toy. And let me also add to that if you haven't had a chance to check out the Custom Joe haul, that's something you should totally do tomorrow. There are some truly creative and amazing pieces out there. One of my favorites is actually a diorama, and it's like a street party. It looks like it's like a section of Broker Beach. So you got Pimp Daddy Destro in a his tank, and what looks like Buzzer carrying a crate of beer, and you got a lady... Grape soda, there we go. Sorry, it must be. And it's got lighting and it's got music playing and it's got You Spin Me Round by Dead or Alive going on there, and it is actually so it is so perfect. You got to check it out. I don't want to spoil too much, so please go and check it out. There's a few pieces there that I think are exquisite, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, or we would love to hear your thoughts on which ones you think are cool. I know that we're going to be live streaming tomorrow with some guests, special guests. We ran into HCC tonight as well.
Cobra Convergence.
The Cobra Convergence is happening. Unlucky orientation.
I think we're back, bro. Sorry, everyone.
Cut in half there.
That was embarrassing, wasn't it? Technology fail. But then again, we are from the... Have some patience.
But we're not in the third world. There are some other very cool things that happened this evening.
Oh, there's no sound. Ha. Oh dear. Oh, sound's back. Goody.
There are some very cool things that happened this evening that we cannot really disclose right now, or I feel it would be folly to disclose them right now. I think we're going to save it for our Journey to JoeCon series. But there's a side to JoeCon that is actually really cool and not well known unless you sort of stumble into it by accident, which we did. So I'll give you a small lead up. We just leave the convention center, well, the up to the bar to go and meet some of these awesome people that were there. And we had a beer or two, whatever, and then we went for a small walk, and because we decided we're going to go to some other bar. And on our way there, we saw two guys playing with some stuff, and we were like, oh, that's curious. And the rest of that, you're going to only find out about on our road to JoeCon.
No, come on, Paul, it's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. I don't want to, disclose it. Do you really want to tell everyone?
This is our Friday roundup. This is for the diehards out there. Yes, you.
Okay, well, let's just put
watching
this way.
by complete accident. This is this is what just went down.
So a small walk to a different bar.
Come on.
With a whole party of us turned up into me finding one of these, and a whole bunch of other toys.
Okay, us G.I. Joe convention newbies are completely oblivious to the fact that there are secret sales going down all over the place. We stumbled onto this one after an impromptu, like
underground parachuting.
Underground parachute drop. A bunch of 12-inch collectors were throwing parachute Joes off of a parking structure.
Allegedly.
We saw this going down and we were like, that's amazing, let's go check that out. They invited us up to the top and had us start throwing their 12-inch figures, some of them of which were apparently like prototypes, like factory prototypes, unproduced prototypes that they were like just chucking off a building.
It may or may not have been a weather balloon.
Anyways, so this led us into the parking garage again for a second time today after the initial power drop, and a guy was doing a car boot sale with loads and loads of parts, complete figures. There was a mauler without a lot of its components, but he was going to let it go for $20. There were a whole bunch of things. I didn't want to bore any of the members of our parties by going through it too meticulously, but we were there for a good
Hour?
hour?
Yeah, we were there for about an hour.
Oh,
We got
jeez.
totally sidetracked.
Oh, so much for not boring anyone too meticulously.
No, but it was...
We're
it was
all there
great.
for that anyway.
Exactly. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? These. I mean, this is completely unexpected. I'm just glad I had cash on me, because I found myself a Motor Viper and Stretcher, and I'm very happy to have those figures, as well as an ambush. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. An ambush for $5.
A sidetrack for $10. Difference being, this guy comes with the soft goods. But do you think this is a worthy figure? I think I'm having a bit of buyer's remorse, to be honest. Not because he's not cool, but because he's not part of the original 82 to 94 A Real American Hero run. These guys were great, don't get me wrong. They have their place. But unless you have a whole mess of them, where do you display them? I can't very well put him with the rest of the 1990s crowd, because he don't belong there. He's from the noughties. So I'm thinking of like stealing Paul's ambush and just giving him the ghillie suit. What do you think? Look away. What else did you get, Paul?
I got Pathfinder.
Yay.
Yeah, come on, it's a major curiosity for me. I mean, I know that the guy is basically a glorified landscaper, but whatever.
Does he have both his bullet belts?
I actually don't know. I didn't look that closely, to be very honest. I was like $10.
He does, and $10. That's some good going, Paulie.
I got this very cool sci-fi, which I used to have as a kid in the 90s, and he is complete, with the exception of the yellow missile, but who gives a shit, really? I mean, who gives a poop?
What's that bullhorn you're showing off now?
Bullhorn?
Pathfinder?
Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And then Stretcher, as previously mentioned, with his file card. Now this is a great toy because this is something I've been trying to get my hands on for a long time. I'm only going to get a chance to really look at these just now to check out the condition, but he seems mostly good. Big Ben. I keep doing that. Free Fall. A Motor Viper because I've now recently got a stun. And, well, Free Fall parts, which I'm sure you saw earlier. Anyway, so that was my haul for the evening, which was pretty awesome.
Carry on, Paul.
Yeah. So, oh, and have you guys checked out our Instagram? Because it got a bit chilled out this evening with some randomly placed ice. Yeah. Anyway, all of us got into that car boot sale, and all of us can at least say that we bought G.I. Joes out of somebody's car boot tonight. So one day kids will be watching this footage, and I don't know what they're going to be thinking of me. They're going to be like, "Oh, Dad, really? Did you go and buy toys out of somebody's boot at a convention?" I'm going to say yes. Yes, I did.
So Cujo waltzed into our life today, but he brought a special operative with him, a teammate, as it were, and I think it's time we introduce that very important component of the G.I. Joe team. Take a seat.
Hello.
This is Stephanie.
Hi guys. How's it going?
I know, we're talking to a lens, but there are a lot of people back there. Would you believe it?
I can't.
The miracle of modern technology. Steph, I think the most important question to ask any of the fairer sex who are attached to this hobby is, what do you make of it? Are we crazy man children?
No. No, it's pretty fun. It's cool seeing everyone together and just hanging out, and I think at the root of it's just having fun with like-minded people and getting to share a hobby. I don't know about the toys, but it's interesting to watch. So that's...
Is it a little disconcerting? Just a little?
I'm curious. It's definitely a lifestyle I'm not familiar with. So.
Well, I know Cujo's. He's pretty chilled about the toy angle. He comes at it from a more artistic point of view these days and a more social media savvy point of view. So he kind of pushes the toys to one side. But I presume he's got a budding collection somewhere. I mean, like, is it strange to see him surrounded by all these plastic figurines?
I think the thing that I like about it most is just playing with them. So when we're out and about and just taking photos with the ninjas, I like that. I like having that kind of connection. So.
For those of you who don't know or don't have Cujo on the social media scene, he has his avatars, his action figure avatars. Cujo rocks a 25th anniversary Firefly, and Stephanie is represented by a... Help me with the name, Cujo? Vipra. Is it Vipra? She's in crimson with a little bit of a paint wash and a very ornate bit of tampograph paintwork around the neckline. I think it's an exclusive. It's outside of my ken, that's for sure.
Brandon Moore suggests we try the dirty rice of Bojangles fried chicken, but...
Bojangles fried chicken? Haven't encountered it, but it's going into the memory bank.
Bojangles, oh, I saw that place. I thought it was Popeyes today when we went grocery shopping. I know where it is.
We are a bit starved of like cool insider places to eat and unwind. Sadly, we did walk around for a bit looking for like just a dive bar that's dirty, nasty, but has enough room for us to breathe in. Couldn't quite find that, sadly. But we will find it.
There was one other cool thing that happened today.
Bye, Steph.
Bye, Steph.
Cujo, you have to come back on. Dave Cabal has just joined.
Oh yeah.
Dave Cabal wants to see. So Dave, while we wait for Cujo to jump back on the couch, I met somebody really awesome today. I met Robert Atkins, the artist of G.I. Joe's artist for IDW, and he is very open to us doing an interview with him. So that's totally happening tomorrow. I am super excited about that, and what a cool dude.
Alright, Curtis, come on. He doesn't want to sit in the middle. He's about to propose to me. What's going on?
Not quite. I do. If you're at the con and you end up watching this, get woke to the architecture in this city.
I don't think our lens is that wide, bro. You might need to come in.
Alright, Cabal, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
This is Insider. I don't think we put this on the map. This is Late Night Talk.
We definitely didn't put this on the map, so if you're watching this, you are G.I. Joe Berg.
Okay, you want some numerology? It's like this in Chattanooga. We're close to the 33rd parallel. Keep an eye on the architecture. Get woke to that. It's a lot of stone architecture. That means this is an old world capital. Book it.
Also, he's eating a banana and I'm wearing a banana t-shirt. Conspiracy is real, you are. Boom.
That was semi-solid.
Yeah, man.
The bro love is strong in this G.I. Joe Berg.
But not that strong, shut up.
Any other cool toys you want to showcase tonight, Paul Locher?
I'll wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm gonna have even more cool toys to show off, and maybe some cool books too.
It's my aspiration to have all of the guys at this convention take part in some kind of gigantic G.I. Joe battle. I wish there was a way of orchestrating that somehow. Getting everyone to like just suspend their disbelief and their adult sensibilities, take whatever cool swag they managed to pick up at the con, You know, have a protagonist character, maybe a support gunner, and a vehicle of choice, and we all just role play some kind of scenario. Like, ah man, the adventures we could have. We could all
Indeed.
be 11 years old again. One day I'll get it right. Maybe when yeah, than just the weird foreign guy with the weird accent.
It could happen on Sunday for all we know. But the seed has definitely been planted now. Yeah. I mean, I got a stun here. I got a tiger fish. You've got stuff. You got some vehicles here at least now. We got that scorpion. So at least we have some vehicles, and we've got
we are well represented.
We got
Land
more
and
than
sea
2
and air.
handfuls of Joes here, and Cobras.
So we're ready. If anyone
We're
wants
ready.
to pop over and play with our Joes, more than welcome.
You can play with his Joes, yeah.
Huh? Yeah,
Sharing
well-
is caring and all that.
Did I mention I had buyer's remorse about this guy?
I don't know why. He's too cool.
He is
Sorry,
cool.
we're getting
But
sidetracked.
I can't help but, okay, firstly, I don't know how good the lighting is, but take a look at the skin tone of his face, the skin tone of his hands.
No, I thought those were white gloves. I thought that was all like a bunk inspection.
He seems to be wearing, and I joked about this earlier on, he seems to be wearing like surgical gloves. Is there any explanation I could get for these kind of milky white hands? Maybe he always walks around with his hands in his pocket, so his face gets a tan, the rest of him.
Maybe it's just OCD. Maybe he doesn't like touching the real world, so he wears these white gloves.
But now that I hold this figure, yeah,
That's
it'll
cool,
grow.
man. I dig it.
And thankfully, figures of this ilk have very forgiving hands. You could, you know, shove any kind of weapon in there and not be too anxious.
I mean,
Whereas these old boys,
my ambush has had some too many illegal nighttime parachuting missions, so he's only got one leg. But I
What?
knew, yeah, he's only got the one leg.
that's why it was $5.
Yeah,
For a
but
second, I thought you had the deal of the century right there.
right, I know, but here's the thing: I had the choice between this one and then another one that had the soft goods, but it didn't actually have the tent pegs, and the tent pegs, in my experience, are harder to get my hands on. The gun is also in very good. He's got both of his guns and he's got his backpack. The other one only had the one gun, the backpack, no tent pegs, and the soft goods. And obviously, well, he had 2 legs.
Oh no, I've got the wrong helmets.
No, I think Sidetrack comes with that helmet.
Hmm.
Because this is a very World War II-esque helmet.
Well, Yojo will be
Look at him
the...
opening my food.
Yeah, first touch rights.
Fucking just, you know.
Okay. I'm hoping that's clear enough on the camera, but it seems he's got the Fritz style helmet and he's got the one with the sort of mesh, or the sort of cross hatching. And I need to consult yojo.com to find out if that is indeed the helmet that he came with.
Incidentally, I actually still have parts of my old ambush, most notably his legs.
Paul wins again. Ta-da.
Winning. Success. Oh, we've had a lot of beer tonight.
What else do we need to touch on to round up on tonight's festivities? Tomorrow will be the first time we set foot on the actual convention floor because we're cheapskates, general admission types. But
Actually, we're not cheap. It's more by necessity, by design.
no, I disagree. I think, you know, like over and above the Joe Fund me getting us here, you know, if we all wanted to spend $400 to have the concept and the early admission, you know, we could have ponied that up. We just didn't want that. I don't want the convention exclusives.
Yeah, I mean, and by all means, by no means are we saying there's anything wrong with the convention exclusives. They're really, really amazing.
We're just not exclusives guys.
Yeah.
Having never had any exposure to exclusives before, they're not things that we actively seek.
Yeah.
And because we don't do any kind of resale, because we're so remote, it never would occur to us to, like, you know, buy the buy
Exactly
that
right.
admission, have the concert, sell it off, get our money back. It's like, I don't want to do wheeler dealer wheelers.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. I mean, like, here's the thing. You put in $400 and you get a concert and you get the whole super admission privileges, etc. And that's cool. And if you have the means, then by all means do so. But if you have $400 and you have the general admission, well, we got 3D Joe's here, and they're selling an amazing collection of art books featuring GI Joe artwork. I think $200 nets you the whole set with the slipcase. You know, that to me, that's amazing, because concepts are gonna forever be floating on eBay. Those books, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's something that's special. $5 figures, $10 figures, $15 figures coming out of some guy's car boot. Well, for $100 you can come away with quite a few toys. Just the value adds for us. It's better for us to go in and get it a bit cheap. But yeah, I think that's how I rounded off. That's how I made it sensible for myself. That's why I've staved off any kind of exclusive figures for this weekend. Once again, we're not critting them. They're actually very cool toys. I had a chance to see them in the flesh. That Laser Viper is pretty sweet. I'm a little envious, I'm not going to lie. So,
Nice. That made your blood, though.
well,
The best part about him, he's a sketch by Cujo. Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
And Cujo did not forget to include the moustache.
Yeah, otherwise I think, is there anything else you need to add, Steve? Or one more thing. We saw Larry Harmer.
Yes.
We just saw him.
One of those instances where Paul just pushes me on the shoulder and says, "That's Larry." Looking,
You guys see Jurassic Park, right?
too cool.
Yeah, when Lex is like eating the jelly and then her like hand starts, and then Tim's like, "What?" And she's like, yeah, it was like that.
Just standing in the lobby, wearing a peak cap, dark glasses, inside, blink and you miss him. Because he's kind of incognito, chatting to some other guys, and it's just like, that's the guy. That's the guy we have to thank for all of this. I mean, chiefly. Sure, there were hundreds of people responsible for G.I. Joe, but Larry breathed the character into it, and that's why it's so enduring. It's not just a toy.
Speaking of legends, we met another legend tonight as well.
We met a few
in the bar.
I think it would be unfair to say that we
met
legends all, to be honest. But who are you gonna name drop?
That gentleman.
Cujo.
Thanks,
Cujo.
Rob. Rob's off camera.
Yeah. The gentleman with that really awesome shirt that I liked. I'm struggling to remember his name.
There were a few of those too. I'm sorry, Paul. I'm not going to be able to help you on this.
The one with he had the shirt that mentioned the flocked hair and everything.
Oh, Tom Brooks.
Tom Brooks.
Hi, Tom. If
Thank
you happen to be watching this.
Sorry, I completely brain farted, but
yeah, Tom Brooks is most definitely a pillar of the G.I. Joe collecting community.
And that was really cool. Super modest dude.
Yeah.
Like very chilled out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure he knew who the heck I was, but then he wanted to take a picture with me. I was like, cool. What a guy.
Yeah, exactly. So
this small fry outfit out of Cape Town and Johannesburg, South Africa. Yay, we're in a happy place. People know us.
And we close to toys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't forget about that.
Yeah, and
There's one other thing I wanted to back end is, let's go through a few comments. Since this is a live stream, if you are watching this, let us, by all means, do you the courtesy of responding to anything that has been said.
Well, someone asked, about something that happened at the parachute drop this morning. I can't remember if you guys addressed it, but apparently a young kid got trampled at the parachute drop.
I only heard, I don't know details. I heard that happened.
I was there. I was taking some pretty cool slow-mo imagery of parachute drops happening,
Shy gel.
figures flying through the air past the blazing Chattanooga sun. Very artfully done. It'll happen to make an appearance in the Road to JoeCon documentary that we'll string together eventually. And you know, the paradrop happens and the figures all kind of settle onto the ground while everyone is held back. They tell the kids to be right on the rope line because first and foremost they should be the ones receiving the complimentary figures. Of course, anything that they don't take apparently is fair game. The unfortunate part of that is adults then think they can kind of, I don't know, push the, well, not, yeah, follow right on the footsteps of a kid, and if a kid misses something, they go for it. So, you know, I don't want to be negative about this event, but that did uncover a slightly disgusting elements in the collector community.
Yeah.
This kind of like desperation to get the paradrop figure.
Yeah, and I don't think that kind of thing is just limited to G.I. Joe. I think that's across many fan bases, especially if there's kids involved. A solution, I think, for that kind of thing would be to let the kids go, get them, come back, cool, and then let the adults, you know, stampede over each other, because then it is Darwinism and cool.
It's just sad that we would have to resort to that kind of control, to be honest. It's like, guys, leave it alone. Like, what upsets me is that, like, these same guys probably have more figures in their possession than they know what to do with. What is one figure more? Oh man, exclusivity be damned. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it to throw your name away like that. You know, who the heck are you?
And another solution could
this
be
is getting negative. But yes, we heard about the incident. I cannot confirm or deny if it happened, but like, yeah, there was this mad rush that happened. Like, as I said, the kids kind of went first, and then at a seemingly appropriate time or inappropriate time, whatever these particular individuals thought was an appropriate amount of time for the kids to have gathered up their loot, they rushed the scene. And it was this like wave that engulfed the earlier little wave of children.
Any other questions, Rob? Comment.
RTD1 joined the
Hey Sean.
joined it late. He's stuck in now.
Sorry man, this was completely out of the blue. We were like, okay, we did one for Thursday, we have to do one for Friday, even though it is late. And even though we didn't put it out on the socials, it's kind of like, yeah man, we can't let the memories of today fade into obscurity without...
Yeah,
this is also kind of a good thing for us as well, yeah. So
and then 05 commented on the drop zone thing. Apparently they used to cordon off the area before.
That would have been
smart.
smart.
Only allow kids on the drop zone, but they canned that for this con.
Yeah, pity. I think perhaps the geography of the setup wasn't
as accommodating.
It wasn't as easy to cordon it off like that.
Rob, next comment?
That is the most recent one, yeah. I mean,
cool.
Mainly focused on that. And I've been answering questions in the chat, hopefully sufficiently.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Okay, so without further ado.
This is G.I. Joeberg on Friday. Well, this is the wee hours of Saturday morning, so we're going to get some rest and be on the con floor as early as possible.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to try and be there at like 8:30. I think that's what I heard.
Can be done. We're gonna hang out with HCC 788. See if we can cook up some interesting YouTube ideas, things that haven't been done before. I don't know. Collaborations are always the best fun.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it fun, keep it light. We're here to have fun, so are you. So let's have fun together. And
to everyone watching this who is at the con, don't be shy, please. If you haven't already said hi to us, I mean,
do it.
I'm already toyed out. I think I had sufficient swag before I even got to the con. After our road trip stops, so I'm really just here for the people.
Yeah, come and say hi. I like to think that we're nice people. So yeah.
And Cujo.
And Cujo. But we've met a lot of you guys, and you guys are really great. So please come and say hi. If you see us on the floor, whatever. Yeah, we'll be happy to talk. Give you 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever.
Or the entire day, and just roll together. Be prepared to throw your name away while we play with little plastic men on the convention floor.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't aim at the camera. That's violent. You gotta shoot off.
I don't shoot at the camera.
All right, guys. Yo, Joe.
Berg.
Thank you. Took long enough. That should happen on cue. Thank you.
Finger guns.
How does it end? This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. We have technical problems.
He's got a technical problem. Oh, wow.